The little boy tugged the stranger's sleeve with trembling fingers and whispered words no man was ready to hear. "Please marry my mom. She's all I have left." What happened next didn't just change their lives. It rewrote the meaning of family, love, and destiny. Stay with this story until the very end, because the choice this man makes will melt your heart and leave you breathless. Some requests are so pure, so desperate, that they pierce straight through the soul. This was one of them. Daniel Harper never planned to stop at the small roadside diner that rainy evening. His life had become a routine of long workdays, silent meals, and lonely nights. After losing his wife years ago, he had built walls around his heart, convincing himself that love was something meant for other people. He came to the diner only to escape the storm, but fate had other plans waiting inside. In a corner booth sat a woman and her young son. The woman, Emily, looked exhausted in a way that sleep could never fix. Her eyes carried the weight of years of struggle, grief, and quiet endurance. The boy, Noah, couldn't have been more than 7. He clutched his mother's hand, as if letting go might cause her to disappear. When Emily stepped away to speak with the waitress, Noah slipped out of the booth and walked straight toward Daniel. His shoes were wet, his voice barely steady, but his eyes were filled with determination far beyond his age. "Sir, can I ask you something?" Daniel nodded, surprised. Noah swallowed hard. "Please marry my mom. She cries when she thinks I'm asleep. She says we're all alone now. I don't want her to be sad forever." The diner seemed to fall silent. Daniel felt his chest tighten. He tried to laugh it off, gently saying, "That's not how it works, kid." But Noah shook his head. "You look kind, and my mom deserves someone kind." Before Daniel could respond, Emily rushed over, apologizing again and again, her face burning with embarrassment. She explained their story in broken pieces. Her husband had died years earlier, family had drifted away, medical bills had swallowed everything, and now she was working 2 jobs just to keep them afloat. Daniel left the diner that night shaken. He told himself he would forget the boy's words. But he didn't. He couldn't. The image of Noah standing there, begging for hope, followed him home and into his dreams. What if the greatest love stories don't begin with romance, but with a promise to protect a broken heart? Days later, Daniel returned to the diner. Not by accident. By choice. He told himself it was just to check on them, but deep down, he already knew he was walking towards something that scared him more than loneliness. Emily was surprised to see him. Noah's face lit up like the sun breaking through clouds. Over time, Daniel began helping in small ways. Rides home in the rain, fixing a broken heater, helping Noah with homework. He saw Emily's strength, her kindness, the way she put her son before herself every single moment. Slowly, the walls around his heart began to crack. Then tragedy struck again. Emily fell ill, and hospital bills piled up fast. Daniel stepped in without hesitation. He stayed with Noah during long nights, telling him stories, promising that his mom would be okay, even when fear gnawed at him. One night, as Emily recovered, Noah whispered to Daniel, "You didn't marry her, but you stayed. That's better." Those words broke him. Weeks later, Daniel took Emily and Noah to the same diner where it all began. With trembling hands and a heart full of courage, he finally said the words he had been afraid to speak. "I can't replace what you lost," Daniel said softly, "but I can choose you. Both of you. Every day." Emily's tears fell freely, not from pain this time, but from relief. From hope. When Daniel knelt down and asked her to marry him, Noah jumped into his arms, laughing and crying at the same time. The promise he once begged for had come true, not through desperation, but through love that grew quietly, honestly, and deeply. Sometimes, family isn't who you're born to. It's who chooses to stay when leaving would be easier. Daniel didn't just marry a woman, he healed a broken home. Emily didn't just find love, she found safety. And Noah didn't just get a father, He got proof that miracles can come from the kindness of strangers. If this story touched your heart, remember this. One small act of compassion can change a lifetime. And sometimes, the simplest request leads to the most beautiful forever.